We cited this from MarchMadness.com.
To 115 win over Michigan in 1990, oh my gosh, is the highest scoring game in March Madness. UCLA has the most NCAA men's basketball national championships with 11, including a stretch of 7 titles in a row between 1967 and 1973. Duke's Mike Krzyzewski, has the most NCAA tournament wins by a single coach, 101.
Further going into depth on the facts. Like I said, the first March Madness started in 1939, and as I said before, in 1939, the Oregon Ducks went 29-5 on the season and beat Ohio State 46-33 to win that first national title. Further going on with when it expanded to 64 teams in 2001, the Mountain West Conference joined Division I and received an automatic bid, pushing the total teams to 65. And then that single game was added, which made it 66, and then 2 more were added, which made it the first 4. Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. The song One Shining Moment that is used for the anthem for March Madness was written by David Barrett in 1989, 1986, and was first used in 1987. And after each tournament, the song accompanies a montage of the best moments of March Madness, from every buzzer beater to major upsets to the reactions of fans themselves. So, Leanne, who do you think is going to win March Madness this year?
I don't know. Isn't it like, don't most people have it between like Kentucky and Tennessee? Or is that what you have it between?
No. My Final Four is St. John's, Auburn, Alabama, and Kentucky. And then I have Auburn beating St. John's. No, I have St. John's beating Auburn and playing Kentucky in the national championship, and then Kentucky winning national championship. But a lot of people have Duke, Auburn, or Florida.
Oh, okay. Well, the school that I want to go to lost the MAC championship, so they're not in it. Yeah, they're not in it. So, let me think. I know absolutely nothing about basketball.
Well, you know who beat them?
Akron.
Do you think Akron's gonna win?
Definitely not.
Who's your favorite college basketball player?
Cooper Flag.
Yeah, Cooper Flag is that good ball knowledge, Lan. Cooper Flag, yeah, he's the same age as us, and he's
just the one you made me look up.
Yeah, he's from Duke.
Yeah,
he's a great guy. He's a great guy. He actually got injured, but he's supposed to come back for the tournament.
Good for him.
But yeah, hope Kentucky wins. So I can brag that I had a good bracket, but they might lose first round like they have the past 2 years. So
did it? No, that's a stupid. What?
No, ask.
No, because I know the answer now.
We can just cut it out. It's fine.
No, I already know the answer.
What's the answer?
I was gonna ask if someone was on that team, but he wasn't.
Who?
No, I don't.
Cooper Flag?
No. Bye.
What happened? Welcome to John Podcast, episode 8, Pop Culture. Begin. Drake's record. Yes. Drake's record. Yes, Drake's record label. Unless when you hit it, it turned off.
Oh, I don't think so.
Drake's record label files motion to dismiss his lawsuit over Kendrick Lamar's "Not Like Us." Universal Music Group, UMG, filed a motion to dismiss Drake's defamation lawsuit, claiming that Drake's accusations were merely an attempt to save face after his failed rap battle with Kendrick Lamar. UMG argues that the lawsuit has no merit and should be dismissed. In a court filing on Monday, Universal Music Group stated that Drake lost a rap battle that he provoked and willingly participated in. UMG argued that instead of accepting the loss, Drake had sued his record label in an effort to heal his ego, despite often claiming to be an unbothered rap artist. Thank you.
Cardi's music album breaks Spotify records. The 30-track project from Playboy Cardi arrives 5 years after his latest album, Whole Lotta Red, which topped both the Billboard Top 200 and Top R&B and / hip-hop album charts. After dropping Friday, March 14th, Playboy Cardi's highly anticipated third album, Music, became the most streamed album in Spotify in a single day up in 2025, setting a new record.
Hooray!
Cardi! What?
Dolly Parton. I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Dolly Parton is?
Makes first public appearance since husband Carl Dean's death. I will always love him. The singer appeared Friday at her Dollywood theme park in Tennessee, where she helped launch the resort's 40th season following Dean's death on March 3rd. After Dean's passing earlier this month, at the age of 82, Parton unexpectedly appeared on Friday at Dollywood Celebrity Theater to help launch the 40th season of the Pigeon Forge, Tennessee resort. This appearance occurred just 11 days after the death of her famously private husband in their hometown in Nashville, following nearly 60 years of marriage. Thank you.
John Cena rants against
John Cena
against fans during Monday Night Raw. It was never enough for you. Cena, known most for oh my god, it smells awful in here. Cena was known for his career in the WWE's classic Good Guy, where Babyface was greeted with boos from the audience after his heel turn as he entered the arena. Once the crowd the chants of "Let's go Cena" and "Cena sucks" quieted down, the actor spoke directly to his longtime supporters. Cena made it clear that he's no longer trying to please the WWE Universe, declaring that he's breaking up with every fan regardless of their opinion. He boldly stated, "I don't need you, I don't care about you, and you don't matter to me." This marked as an unprecedented move in WWE history, as Cena, once a symbol of hope and perseverance, turned his back on fans who had both supported and criticized him for years.
We're back.
Week 7.
This week we are talking about
Global events.
all right. You can start.
Okay. The world economy and interest rates. Many countries are dealing with high inflation, making everyday goods more expensive. The U.S. Federal Reserve is expected to lower interest rates soon to help businesses and consumers. While the Bank of England will likely keep its rate at 4.5%, these decisions will impact global markets, affecting everything from stock prices to job opportunities. Right now, I'm pretty sure the stock market is like down like 800%. Something like that.
Why?
Because of Mr. President Trump.
That's good, right?
No, that's terrible.
Oh, does that mean we're cutting off things?
That means that you, as a person that buys things,
Has to pay more.
has to pay an extremely large amount.
Not with gas. Gas in New Concord right now is $2.65.
Yep. But at least TikTok's back.
I heard it was getting banned again, though.
It is, apparently.
Anyway, the second topic is AI and technological innovations. Nvidia, one of the world's biggest tech companies, is hosting the annual AI Work Stock event, where CEO Jensen Huang will unveil new artificial intelligence advancements. AI rapidly transforms industries like healthcare, finance, and entertainment, making a highly anticipated event. I don't know how I feel about that.
Does healthcare fall under, like, the money you receive when you retire?
What do you mean? Like if you're a healthcare worker?
I don't know. Oh, healthcare is, like, just, like,
Yeah, like healthcare in general.
oh.
Like
Well-
if I'm now robots can basically cut me open
What's
and
it
do
called
surgeries.
when you like get money after you retire?
Your retirement fund,
Something like that. But it's like the money your work
like
gives you.
Medicaid
Yeah,
and stuff like
that
that.
is like going away.
Oh, well,
in,
I
like,
also
2032 or something.
I don't know how I feel about AI doing healthcare because what if the power goes out? I don't want to be getting cut open and then the AI just stops working.
I don't think the AI is cutting you open.
No, that's like robots. They want to turn them into robots and be surgeons and stuff.
Oh.
I've heard that on TikTok. That is not banned right now.
Oh. The ongoing Ukraine conflict. The war between Russia and Ukraine is still causing devastation. Both military actions and economic sanctions continue to impact global supply chains, leading to rising prices for food, energy, and essential goods. The conflict also raises concern about global security and NATO's involvement.
I really am still shocked about the stock market thing. I thought it was going up.
It's going down.
The European Union meeting. European leaders are gathering to discuss critical issues like inflation, trade, and relations with other global powers. Topics include how to handle tensions with Russia and China, as well as economic recovery plans post pandemic. I mean, it's been like 6 years since COVID. We need to start picking ourselves back up.
Does Trump hate Chinese people?
No!
Well, he seems to just cut off all other people. Oh wait, isn't he trying to get Canada to like be part of
The United States.
That's terrible.
Wait, I don't know. I heard that he was cutting off things with China because they were stealing all of our stuff. And if we can be highly
They
dependent.
give us all of our stuff.
Yeah, that's a problem. If we become highly dependent on them, what happens if they want to go to war with us and then we just are screwed?
Well, our military is like 10 times better than theirs. So.
True. And bye bye Sheen.
Bro, not my Shein.
I got a sweatshirt on Sheen and it sucked. Like you said, it sucked.
Shein sweatshirts are booty buns. Terrible. Cherry Blossom Festival in the U.S. Washington, D.C. is celebrating the National Cherry Blossom Festival, an annual event symbolizing the friendship between the U.S. and Japan. The cherry trees are gifted by Japan in 1912, and their blooming marks the arrival of spring. The festival features parades, performances, and cultural exhibits.
That'll be fun.
Hopefully that fixes the feuds going on with other countries.
It definitely probably won't. But we have a record-breaking heat back in 2024. Scientists have confirmed that 2024 was the hottest year ever recorded, with global temperatures rising more than 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial rates. The increase in fueling stronger hurricanes, wildfires, and droughts, making climate change an urgent crisis for governments worldwide.
I need 2025 to be the hottest year because
No.
it's freezing.
Okay, right now it's freezing, but I do not like the heat. I feel like this podcast is being long today.
That's okay.
Yeah, they get to hear more.
Scientists have set the doomsday clock at 89 seconds before midnight, signaling that global threats are at the all-time high. This symbolic measure reflects concerns over nuclear tensions, worsening climate disasters, and the risk of future pandemics.
Well, I did hear like that new COVID strand or whatever.
There's like a bazillion of those, I think, but the world is just falling apart day by day.
Yellow. Yeah, that's not a national pandemic. I was just pointing that out. National disasters increasing worldwide. Over the past year, climate-related disasters have become more extreme, with severe hurricanes, wildfires, and floods displacing millions. Governments struggle to respond effectively, leading to growing concerns about disaster, and we are going to have to start preparing more and coming with more recovery.
Wasn't there like a cyclone or something in Australia that was like all the Australians were like preparing for?
What's that?
It's like a tsunami.
Oh,
or like
with sand?
I don't think so. Political conflicts in several countries. Armed conflicts in regions like Congo, Myanmar, and
Haiti.
I don't think that's right.
It is. That's where my grandpa went on his mission trip.
Oh, that's
It's the
cool.
poorest country in the world.
It continues to worsen, displacing thousands and increasing humanitarian needs. The international community is struggling to mediate peace agreements and provide sufficient aid.
Like, I understand that it's a conflict right now, but when you have like the poorest countries in the world, why are we fighting over political stuff? Shouldn't we
know.
just try to get them money and
Instead of
us, but,
just fighting, I think we should all just be in communion and help each other out.
world peace?
Yes, world peace.
Period.
Me and kids are gonna start world peace. Fix the economy.
I think that's enough for today.
Bye.
Peace.
Hi, I'm Savea,
I'm Ellen.
and this week we have weather.
Take 2.
Take two because,
Kelly and Evan ruined our podcast.
yeah, Evan had our mics got switched
And they're
around.
playing music on our
Yeah, I might edit that podcast in. Okay, so 42 people. Wait, this is not the one I originally read.
Yeah,
Yeah, yes. 42 people are dead after a powerful storm swept through the Midwest and South over the weekend and drenched parts of Northeast. Multiple states woke up Monday morning to damage from dust storms, wildfires, rain, tornadoes, following nearly 1,500 storm reports across the country from Friday to Sunday. 2 children died in Transylvania County, North Carolina, after a tree fell through the center of a family's trailer earlier Sunday. Firefighters found the boys 11 and 13, ages 11 and 13, trapped directly under a tree and other debris. See, I said it right this time. Fire rescue said that 3 other family members lived there and escaped unharmed. Even though, like, they just left the kids there.
Okay. At least 43 people have been confirmed dead in 8 states from Texas to North Carolina. Since the disaster began to unfold on Friday, in total, NOAA's Storm Prediction Center has received more than 1,000 storm reports associated with the event. Missouri has seen the most deaths from the storm, with 12 followed by Kansas, which reported 8 deaths after a dust storm to a multi-vehicle crash on Interstate 70 near the Kansas-Colorado state line. Additional deaths were reported in Oklahoma associated with strong winds and wildfires. If you want to see a picture.
Okay.
Nobody wanted to see that.
Which one's mine? Okay. Fox Forecast Center has confirmed at least 92 tornadoes in more than a dozen states since Friday, including 2 EF4 tornadoes in Arkansas, 1 in Larkin, and the other in, what did we say that it's pronounced? Diaz. Initial surveys also found EF4 tornado damage in Tylertown, Mississippi, where 170 mile per hour winds swept homes from its foundation. At least 9 EF3 tornadoes have been confirmed, with those touching down in communities in Arkansas, Missouri, and Alabama. Okay.
A new storm system will bring severe weather across the Midwest on Wednesday, encompassing a zone that covers more than 54 million people and includes the Chicago and Indianapolis metro areas. Severe thunderstorms are expected by early to mid-afternoon. Damaging wind gusts, large hail, and tornadoes are all a concern with the strongest storms.
Ella, your mic's on, right? Okay.
I keep getting notifications.
Okay. Wait, is this a new one?
This is the cyclone you wanted delivered.
Okay. A powerful storm. Okay, I don't like how they're saying that.
Read it.
Okay, I'll just say it. A powerful storm is unleashing a blizzard across the central United States after its strong winds stirred up dangerous dust storms. Dust storms and wildfires that continue to spread in parts of plains. It isn't a carbon copy of last week's deadly cross-country storm, but will once again serve thunder. Whoa, guys, I don't like this. CNN sucks at wording things. Okay.
Fake news.
Guys, we cannot put our personal.
Who said that?
I don't know who said that. Okay, anyway, basically, it's going to cause thunderstorms and maybe tornadoes and high winds because of like how do you say it? Cyclone. So other states are going to, like mainly near Ohio, are going to have bad thunderstorms and winds for a while.
It's
So,
us.
but like we did have that like thunderstorm over the weekend and some wind, but nothing too bad.
Wind will be the most widespread threat, with gusts stronger than 40 miles per hour expected from Texas to Minnesota. These winds could be capable of damaging trees and power lines, so you may not have power.
Yeah, the power went out over the weekend too.
Blizzard conditions return. Snow began in parts of both the plains and Midwest Tuesday night as the storm started to strengthen. Spots caught under the heaviest snowfall from far eastern Nebraska to Michigan's Upper Peninsula
I didn't do anything.
could experience more than half a foot of snow through Wednesday night. A few inches
Where?
in Michigan. A few inches of March snow aren't typically dangerous enough to cause significant disruptions in the plains and in Midwest, but conditions worsen when paired with prolonged gusty winds. Blizzards occur when snow and strong winds combine and create whiteout conditions for a few hours. Whiteout conditions like dust storms make it incredibly hard to see more than a few feet ahead. Travel in these conditions could be treacherous and potentially life-threatening, warned the National Weather Service. Des Moines or Moines. I definitely said that wrong.
Finish reading.
Multiple stretches of Interstate 80 in Nebraska and portions of other state roadways are closed. That's it.
Okay.
So just don't drive, because it's basically what it said.
Yeah.
And why
but-
is this video already 7 minutes long?
Yeah, this was actually a really long video.
You're gonna have to cut some stuff out of it.
Yeah, Ella, you're gonna have to do that. But now I'm just gonna say the weather here, like in town. Not really here. Is it raining over the weekend? We already talked about that. And
Oh, it's
it's
really
supposed to be
hot.
cold all next week.
But it's warm today.
Yeah, and then it's gonna be not cold, but it's gonna be in like the 50s.
Okay,
Next
bye
week.
guys. I'm gonna go take a nap.
We have to edit this podcast because it's 7 minutes long. And Charlie and Evan are ruining our podcast.
Yeah, baby. I want you to be mine again, baby. I know my lifestyle is driving you crazy.
Hi, I'm Caleb,
And I'm Carrie.
and this is Really Real News. So there's several different charities out there and things like Christ's Table and the Salvation Army that help feed Americans, and one of those is Feeding America, which is one of the most popular and most successful charities to get regular donations. This organization offers much flexibility to allow anyone to give and help any help that they can. They offer ways to donate to charity, volunteering, and many fundraisers. Feeding America does so much good for many citizens within the U.S. Just a $1 donation can feed up to 10 people. So the importance of this is much greater than we realize. Some stats are 47 million people in the United States are food insecure, meaning that they don't have a consistency of food or a way to get food. 14 million children in the United States are food insecure, and around 50 million people turned to food programs in 2023. 100% of U.S. counties have food insecurity. So organizations like this are crucial to make sure that everyone, no matter their income, race, age, gender, or location, have access to food.
That's beautiful, Katie.
It's kind of messed up to say about hungry people.
No, never mind. Anyway, so another popular charity is Save the Children. So this is more focused, obviously, on children, specifically like new life coming into the world. So they've been helping children for over 100 years. And they're nowhere close to being done. So all around the world, including America, they have helped newborn health services. So
all around the world, we can make time romping and stomping because I'm in my prime.
Like
born
malnourished, like malnourishment screening.
Because I'm down
if
from
you're
the state
not,
of Pennsylvania.
And treatment if you are, and then as well as vaccines to help prevent disease. And say that like if your newborn child was born with like some type of like disease or disorder or something, this organization kind of just like steps in and makes sure to take care of their now unique needs and helps you financially. And I think they also offer like mental support, like therapy and stuff to parents dealing with that, I think. They have a long and stable relationship and partnership with the American government. So this really ensures that it's used in America to help every family in need. Their main goal is to continue their work and keep children all over the U.S. and world healthy, safe, and educated.
I cannot see myself without you. We call them.
Hi, I'm Charlie.
I'm Evan. I'm going to be talking about the Pope and the priest investigation in Ohio.
And I'll be talking about the Catholic diocese around Ohio and just the world in general.
Recent news involving the Catholic Church in Ohio includes investigations into a former priest in the diocese of Youngstown releasing a statement on a former priest investigation.
So is he like suspicious of the other priest?
Yes. And sadly, recently, the Pope has long suffered from, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. It is a chronic nerve condition that causes back, hip, and leg pain. He also developed a separation painful knee issues and sought to address it through laser and magnet therapy.
That's not very good, and I hope he gets better.
Yeah, me too.
But on the other side, more positive, I'm going to be talking about the Jubilee year. It is a special year of grace in which the church church offers the faithful the possibilities of obtaining, I'm not going to try and pronounce these, but some indulgences. Traditionally, it begins before Christmas and ends on, I'm not going to try and pronounce that, at a separate time of the year. In the United States, the Jubilee year extends from the Feast of Holy Family, December 9th to 2024 until December 28th of 2025. So that will be still going on this year, and we can make the indulgences. On the other side, the Pope inaugurates the Holy Year with the rite of opening the Holy Door in St. Pete's. I'm not going to try and pronounce that. After that, the Holy Doors of the other Apostolic St. John Lantern and St. Paul outside the walls, St. Mary Major, are open to remaining so until the end of the Jubilee year. So if you want to ever go into any churches or pray, those will always be open. But I'm Charlie.
I'm Evan.
And thank you for talking to us today.
Hey. Welcome back to Rat Chat. It's me and her, Caitlin. And today
I am she.
And today we're going to be talking about good news in the world.
Good news. Good news. Let's go and tell the whole world the good news.
The
Go
Witch
and
of the
tell
West is
our
dead.
others. And I don't know. It's a VBS song.
Right. Okay, so first up, a new neuroimaging report says that looking at nature can help ease how people experience pain by reducing the brain activity linked to pain reception.
I don't think it's real.
I think that's 100% true.
No, I think it is too. I'm just kidding.
When I look at nature, I feel like an overwhelming sense of calm and peace and appreciation for what God
I'm
has
hungry.
created for us.
Anyway, next.
Next, one of the world's most secretive and tiny wildcat species has recently been photographed for the first time ever in its home of West Bengal, India.
Whoa.
It weighs 2
So maybe
to
it's a beagle?
3.5 pounds. And it stretches 14 to 19 inches from whisker to tail tip. It's the smallest species of wildcat in Asia. It's adorable.
Really?
I want one. I would probably step on it though.
I wish we could see the picture. Can you find the picture while I give the rest?
Yeah.
Yeah, find us a picture.
Okay.
Okay. So, Mamma Mia, Here I Go Again is returning to Broadway in August. And previews begin August 2nd at the Winter Garden Theater. But the show's only going to run for 6 months, so if you want to see it, you got to get on that. And yeah, it's going to be good. And this might not happen again for a long time, so yeah. Kristen Chenoweth, well-known Broadway actress, queen, best known for originating the role of Glinda in Wicked, is going to be starring in a new Broadway musical called The Queen of Versailles. It's going to be at the St. James Theater, and shows begin on November 10th. And there's no set end date, so yeah. Also, Idina Menzel is on Broadway right now too, so it's kind of crazy. Like
There's
the
been a
OG Wicked is
major
back.
Broadway resurgence recently.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really good. Anyways, yes. And our final piece of news is that seniors have less than 40 days left. That's crazy.
Woo! Woo!
/ we're in the fourth quarter. Get ready. It's gonna be great.
Okay, so I found a cutie little picture. Oh, look how cute!
That is really cute, actually.
It's adorable.
That is cute.
I want one.
And I'm not even one to say stuff is cute. Like, when I see a picture of an animal, I don't think it's cute usually. So that's high praise coming from
And
me.
it's tiny. Like, literally tiny.
Itty bitty.
Yeah.
Anyway, goodbye.
Yeah, bye.
I'm Brandon.
And I'm Nathan, and this is National Government.
Executive order to dismantle the Department of Education. President Donald Trump signed an exclusive order aimed at dismantling the Department of Education to return authority over education to the states. However, this action requires congressional approval and has faced opposition from various groups who argued it's unconditional.
Release of JFK assassination files. The Trump administration released over 30,000 pages of previously classified documents related to the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. These documents aim to provide greater transparency about the 1963 event and address long-standing conspiracy theories.
Shifting disaster, prioritization of state and local governments. President Trump signed an exclusive order to shift responsibilities for disasters preparation from the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, to state and the local government. This moves its apart to the border for overhaul EMA, and rises at federal policies.
Extradition of MS-13 leader. The FBI successfully extradited Francisco Javier Roman Bardales, an alleged senior leader of the MS-13 gang. From Mexico to the U.S., he faces charges including conspiracy to support terrorists and narco-terrorism. This move is part of ongoing efforts to bring foreign criminals to justice in the U.S.
The Department of Defense Acquisition Communities is working on the Golden Dome, a defense system similar to Israel's Iron Dome, designed to protect against inbound missile attacks. This initiative was recently announced by President Donald Trump.